we're both mediums. The way this process works is we're just basically radios, okay? And I give all the. I'm not that good. My guides and angels are excellent though, okay? And that's who I rely on. And that's why they have me wear my hat sometimes so my head doesn't swell, you know. And I think it's me doing all the work and everything, but. Basically, we have to raise our energy up, okay? We usually do meditations or prayers or something to do that. And then they're going to lower their energy so we can contact them, okay? Sometimes we get in, when we tune into the station, we get FM signal, loud and clear, names, dates, tell you what the people look like, what pets they had. Sometimes they've taken me into their houses, sometimes they've taken me into your houses to prove different things, only things that you would know, okay? And that's the whole thing, because I'm the biggest skeptic in the world. And until I had my accident, I wouldn't have believed in any of this, okay? And still, every time I go see a different new medium, I'm the biggest skeptic there is, okay? And you're going to have to prove it to me. You know, don't give me some general astrology type reading saying, well, you know, I have your grandmother here. She loves you very much. And she's always in your thoughts and prayers. She had a little dog or a cat. I can't tell what it is. You know, and that's, you know, I don't think that's, you know, valid. We try to get some concrete stuff so you know who we're talking to. And once you know that you're getting messages, and they all once you're on the other side, they all love you. They share in the joys that y'all have here, and in y'all's disappointments, they share in that too on the other side. Okay, they can only do so much. I like to tell people that you don't need a medium to talk to them. You can talk to them just like I'm talking to you right now, and they hear every single word you're saying. Okay. I like to think of us as, in the other dimension, there's a 360-degree two-way mirror around us. And that next dimension is so thin, and they're literally just on the other side of you. They can see you, they can hear you, they can smell you, every single thing like that, okay? And it's just that they got to lower their energy because it's a whole, the dimension is just a whole lot. And that dimension I call heaven, okay? And I don't think it's a place on earth, I mean up in the heavens or up in the sky. This is part of heaven right here, in that thin little dimension that we're in. So what we try to do is bring the messages through, and sometimes they're just family reunions, okay? Sometimes the message is, they're never going to give you the lotto numbers, okay? About the biggest clue that or message someone ever given for me is they said, you know, the person's car is 3 quarts low on oil, and they're going to throw a rod if they don't put some oil in it tomorrow. And sure enough, she called me the next day. Wow, the mechanic couldn't believe it was still running, because they knew that person couldn't afford you know, get a new car and everything like that. They're not going to tell you when you're going to die. They're not going to tell you situations. Should you take this job? You know, things like that. They're just coming in to prove that you still exist. There's never death. They're alive and well on the other side. And then after they prove to you who they are, and without a doubt, you know, there is no doubt in your mind, oh my God, that's my grandmother, that's my grandfather, that's my brother, that's whatever, then you know they're alive. A lot of times they'll just share great memories, just like you go into a family reunion and going like, you remember the good old times, you know, and the fun stuff that you did? You don't go about, you remember when you hit me upside the head of that bat and I had to go to the hospital, and you know, they don't recount the bad stuff. You know, they may come back and apologize of something they did, but it's almost always like a family reunion stuff. They're always around you, and they always have love and good intentions on the other side there, okay? Are there any questions of people that hadn't been to a gallery or hadn't been to one of me and Tamara's? Your daughter, raise your hand. Go ahead and say.
Yes, Leah. What's your question, honey?
I just have never to one of your galleries.
Oh, she hadn't been to one of your galleries.
Oh. But you've been to my meditation.
PJ, charge her extra and put her name on the list and put one mark by her name,
I have to tell
okay?
you though, guys, last